Aloha, everyone. The stock market, once again, to me, showed that it wants to churn some more. The New York Stock Exchange, as you can see, barely closed above where it opened. Volume was higher than the day before. It isn't bearish, it isn't bullish. It's a great intraday move off the lows, but we're still not out of this range in between the recent July highs and July lows. Let me go and get rid of that line. So until we close above these highs or below these lows, we're going to remain in a neutral condition on this index. The S&P 500 barely still in a buy mode, basically in a neutral mode. Another good intraday day overall. But once again, with the heavier volume and going nowhere, it could be indicative of consolidation or churning. The verdict is out, so stay neutral. NASDAQ, higher volume, going nowhere, could be churning, but based on the intraday reversal, could be consolidation. You can't make too much of it. There are some hints that things are going to be good, and we'll go over that. Yeah, actually, there's quite a bit of hints it'll be good. We just need these things to break out. And the Russell 2000 weak today, closing below the 200-day moving average, but with an intraday reversal, I'm not that bearish on the move. But nonetheless, it did close below the 200, retook the 50, and is now retaking the 200 to the downside. Not good, but still, 1139 close puts us above 1133.60, so it isn't bad yet. Basically, everything remains under a neutral condition. Now, for new long positions, I don't have anything new. I'll go over my ad. Actually, we'll just do it right now. URA, we're going to add to the position we put on this morning at 1534. The heavier volume confirmation move back above the 200-day moving average, along with BOP increasing. My internal indicators all look good too. TSV, MACD, money stream, relative strength. So everything looks good on that end. So we're going to add to that. That'll be a 2.5% position, getting us up to 7.5% in this ETF. This isn't the only ETF that looks good. Not only has China just been killing it, as you can see via its ETF-related securities. I mean, it's just incredible what's going on over there. Is this even one? No. XPP? Yeah, that's the one. So things are looking really good. And some stocks that I have on my watch list that I want to get long include QIHU. Qihu is getting towards the highs. I would like to see it consolidate sideways, get that 50-day moving average above the 200-day moving average, and then possibly take on this one as a long. Also, NOAA is now retaking the 200-day moving average. You can take this as a signal, but considering that I got a pocket pivot point signal down here after getting one in June, feels like I'm going to be chasing up here. So I would want to see this one consolidate maybe back to the 50-day moving average and then give us another pocket pivot point signal that would make NOAA a good stock to get long. And there are other great stocks out there, but with earnings coming up, like Dorm, nice move. Win, nice move today. Nielsen, nice move. But all of these have earnings coming up. GasLog Partners, ExxonMobil, PCYC, I believe was tonight, or was it today? I don't remember. CF has earnings coming up. Ash has earnings coming up, but strong moves. But the problem is with earnings coming up on all of these signals, I don't want to take any of them as they're just coming too soon. And all the stocks that did give me signals tonight, like I said, in NOAA or Qihu, are extended. So there are no new long positions. But if you look out there, post earnings, there's a lot of stocks acting extremely well. Skechers continues to do well. And what I do on these is after day one, a breakout to a new high. So breakout about 53 is your new long. You're long this one at 53.01, and it's now at 53.40. You can do this on all these. SWKS, you can put you'd already gotten along at 53.45, but it hasn't pulled back enough yet to trigger stops. So 53.45, another move above. SWKS, you could go long. EXTR, a move above that first day high. As you can see, it hasn't worked immediately, but another re-attack of that would be very bullish. Under Armour, same situation. That looks really, really good. GoPro is another stock coiling for a move higher. We'll see how that goes. LOGI, past earnings, a close above that high would be a good long signal. DTLK, same thing, a close above that. Post earnings would be a good long. QLIK, a close above that intraday high would be a good long. Now that being, yeah, you still would not be long even after today, so close above 27.10. Deckers, as you can see, a close above that intraday high, above 94.80 would be a long position. Then we have like Facebook. Facebook, close above the intraday high here, 76.74, you go long. Biogen, so you can see we have a lot of great earnings gappers that are holding on to those gains, and we'll see if that continues. VDSI coming close, 1410, it closed above 1410 could be a long signal. This also gapped up back here on earnings, and you can see how well it's done since then, up 45%. Summer's another one that gapped up on earnings, and since then has been fantastic, up 68%. So a lot of these stocks that we're watching, you want to keep on watching, like Logi and DTLK, because the financials, the 10Qs are fantastic. So we'll keep watching those. But with all the good stuff, there's still some bad stuff. That recent long ACT, it's failing, closing below the low day of the signal date and 50-day moving average. It's now gone. AAL, this thing now appears like it wants to roll over. It was looking weak in June. Rally back, made a new high, failed to hold it, moved back below the 50-day moving average. This time, though, it's failed to make a new high, and with that intraday reversal following earnings and this confirmation move above 50-day moving average, I'm done. I'm out of AAL. Also, FDX, we had on watch yesterday with it closing below its 20-day moving average. Looks a little weak lately after this breakout attempt. This closed below the 20-day moving average, means it's a 25% sell. EOG is a 25% sell with it closing below the 20-day moving average and closing below the July lows. That's a 25%. IMO is not, because IMO is not closing below the July lows. Also, ISR is a 50% sell. It could be 100, but I'm going to give it one more day. We only have a small, I think, gain left in this stock. So since it is a gain, I'll give it one more day. If it closes down tomorrow, it'll be completely gone. As you can see, the intraday high here is 249. If it closes back into that 249 range, 255, it is completely gone. And CBG, one more sell. Sorry, should have gone over this one first. Closing below the 10-day moving average on above average volume with earnings tomorrow after the close. That's a 20% sell with a sell signal below the 10-day moving average on above average volume. Lower volume, I'd hold it, but the way it acted intraday ahead of earnings, no thank you. I'm going to go ahead and take some in just in case. And then the other sell is EMES. It has turned a small gain now into a loss. It's traded back into its intraday range, so a move back into 113.32 after having gains is an automatic sell signal. And because you can see 111.30 puts that in there. So now how much do we sell? Is it still trending above the 20-day moving average? Yes. Does it have below average volume? Yes. So instead of a 75% sell or even a 100% sell, it's only a 50% sell because we're still above the open of our signal date, 110.25, lower volume on the pullback, and we still have green bob. If you want to increase it, you can. Another down day, though, EMS is completely gone, especially if it loses the green bop and cannot rally tomorrow. Okay, everyone, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up there. Stay neutral, my friends. Aloha.